the natural approach and total physical response, or TPR. This is a 5-part video series looking at some of the major language teaching methods and approaches. The first video looked at grammar translation, direct method, and the audiolingual method. This video will explore the natural approach and total physical response, or TPR. These are called just listen and read teaching methods by Lightbound and Spada. The natural approach is an attempt to create a second language learning environment that reflects the first language setting. The largest focus of this is on comprehensible input, which Krashen defined as I+1, where I stands for input and +1 represents a level of language just a little bit more difficult than where the learner currently is. For the most part, this means that teachers need to modify the instructions in other language to make sure students can comprehend what is going on. Reading input for lower levels could be children's books in the target language, although we have to be sensitive to adult egos that may not want to read children's books, so there are adult books that have been modified and simplified for beginning level students also. Listening can be the same books or other types of children's programs, or it is much harder to find listening programs that have been simplified for adults, but it is possible. As learners develop, the reading and listening inputs should also be made more difficult. This might be a good time to make sure we understand the difference between approach, method, and technique. Approach is the broad term that more or less represents a learning and teaching belief. Methods are sets of procedures that represent a specific approach. And teaching techniques are the literal actions and words of the teacher during the class. So the natural approach actually has several methods related to it. One of them is the total physical response, or TPR method. Learners listen to the instructor and perform actions based upon what the teacher says. Actually, the teacher will perform the action while saying the vocabulary or sentence as an example first. Then the student will be expected to do the action. While this method focuses on comprehensible input matched with physical output, as the learners develop, they become the tellers. Okay? Where this system starts slowly with beginners, such as open the door, sit down, stand up, close the door, it becomes more of a storytelling process for intermediate levels, like, she stood up and raced to the door when she heard the knock. When she opened the door, she was disappointed to find a salesman. Can you see how a student could act out that sentence? Advanced TPR students then write their own story similar to that and read it or say it while their classmates act it out. While the natural approach probably is easiest for students with high IQs, it can also benefit shy and slower students because they're not pushed to perform. TPR is great with learners of all IQs because it combines multiple intelligences and various learning styles. In conclusion, most instructors incorporate both the natural approach and TPR methods into their classroom, but the research doesn't give much support for using only one of these methods for the entire language learning process.